Hey guys, so I just reviewed the SH Figuarts Toyotaro Edition Ultra Instinct, and now I want to do a comparison with the original Mastered Ultra Instinct. So yeah guys, we're going to see what the guys bring, their articulation, their paint, their design, all that. So let's get into it. So before we do start, I want to show you guys the difference between the boxes. You can see right here the Toyotaro version has a really awesome glowing picture. You can see the signature as well, and then comparing to the original, you can see it's just a picture of the figure. Still pretty good. Here's the sides and the back, and from the right side. And then obviously you guys do know that the Toyotaro version does bring this a gigantic box. I will show you guys that in a little bit. So yeah, let's bust these figures out. Alright guys, here are the figures out of the package. On the left side we have the original Mastered Ultra Instinct, and on the right we have the new Mastered Ultra Instinct from the Toyotaro artwork. So yeah guys, looking at the figures closer, taking a closer look, they do have different head sculpts, as you can see right there, and then their faces are designed very differently, because this one on my right is designed by Toyotaro's artwork, whereas this one, I believe it's, rest in peace, Toriyama. So yeah, and then obviously you can see in the body, the one on my right has way more shading around the torso, and I feel that this one should have had that, because this one just has a bland look to it, in my opinion. But yeah guys, all around the body looks really good. I think they nailed the shading around the entire torso. And then you can see right here, this one's just a basic paint job, not really any shading whatsoever. Still looks good nevertheless, but it's nice to have that every once in a while, you know. And then obviously the biggest difference is their colored pants, and I will say that the original does look like he has more shading on the pants, whereas this one a little bit less. And you can see that the Toyotaro version does have a lighter orange gi, whereas the Mastered has a darker, because this one on my right is based off the manga artwork, so it is a bland, more color of the gi, same thing as the blue. So yeah, let's go ahead and show you their articulation and the accessories, and we will see. Alright guys, so before we get into the accessories of mainly the faceplates, I want to show you guys, they both bring these blast hands, they bring martial arts hands, and grabbing action hands. I'm not going to show you from the original Mastered Ultra Instinct, because they bring the exact same hands as well as the fisted hands out of the package. So yeah. Alright guys, starting it off right out of the package, they both do have their own neutral faces, as you can see right there. Hoping you can get that a good look. But yeah, you can see on my right, obviously it's based off the Toyotaro artwork, whereas the original looks as the Toriyama. So you can see the difference in the faceplates, and in my opinion, the one on the right looks way better. But that's just my opinion. As well as the hair sculpt, I really like how they sculpted the hair. You can see it's a different silver from the Mastered Ultra Instinct, so that's cool. We will show you the other faceplates. Alright guys, next up we do have looking to the side faces. They both bring it as well. You can see right here on my right, Toyotaro, and the one on my left is the Master Ultra Instinct. Alright guys, next up we do have the teeth gritted faces, as you can see right there. The one on my right, Toyotaro. The one on my left, Master Ultra Instinct. Alright guys, and then last but not least, for the Master Ultra Instinct, there you have the yelling face. And you can see on my right, the Toyotaro version looks way better. So much feeling and exaggeration towards the yelling compared to the one on my left. That's just my opinion, but yeah. Alright guys, now we're going to get into some of the differences between the figures. So this one comes with the Toyotaro version Master Ultra Instinct Goku, which is closed eyes. The original does not bring this at all. So that's one thing that the one on my right has going for. Alright, and another difference, the original does come with a Kamehameha effect, whereas the new one does not, but it does bring a entirely different wind effect head sculpt. So these are the two differences. So yeah, you can see this one, all the faceplates work on it, and it's an entirely different head sculpt that you can swap amongst the toyotarou version. So yeah. Alright guys, and last but not least, the toyotarou version does include the Figuarpedia, whatever it's called, book of all the figures that Figuarts has released. So this is another thing that the new one does include that the master does not. Alright guys, just to recap, the new one includes one extra faceplate, one extra head sculpt, which is a wind effect one, and a book that is from every figure that Figuarts has released. And then the one on my left, which is the original Master Ultra Instinct, the only difference he brings is the Kamehameha effect. So that's it pretty much. And then the one on the right does include 3 different things, which is, like I said, just to reiterate, the faceplate, head sculpt, and the book. So yeah. Alright guys, we will get into the articulation real brief. Like I said, this figure, every time I used to pose him, he would fall apart on me or around the torso, and then the legs would pop off very annoyingly. I did fix this issue, but this one was kind of inevitable. So yeah, we can go ahead and do this real quick. He looks up this much, he looks down. He has side-to-side movement, which is a little limited. He does have rotation. He does a T-pose right there. He does a full 360. He has a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. He is on the ball peg swivel. As for the torso, he has slight movement around the torso, as you can see. And then his ab crunch can do this much, which is not as much. He has a waist swivel. He can do a T-pose out about there. His leg can go up this much. He has a thigh swivel, double jointed knees. His foot goes up this much, his foot goes down that much. He has an ankle pivot, and he does have toe hinge. Alright guys, you already did see in my review his articulation, but for the sake of the video and in comparing the figures, I need to show it again. So he can look up this much, he looks down that much. He has good rotation, I would say better than the original. I think it's because of the different ball peg, because he has a very better tilt action, which is nice. He has a swivel. He has a T-pose up there. He has a full 360, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows as well. He is on a hinge and then on the ball peg, which rotates up and down. And for the torso, like I said, feels way smoother than the original. You can see he has way more movement. You can lift this up, and then you can do an ab crunch out about there, which is way better in my opinion. He can go back this much. You do see gappage. You can just put that down if you want. He has a waist swivel. He can do the splits. His leg goes up a lot higher than the original. He has a thigh swivel. Double jointed knees. His foot goes up this much. His foot goes down that much. He has ankle pivot. And he does have toe hinge. Alright guys, and last but not least, we are going to do a head swap, which I did already. You can see on my right is the toyotarou version Master Ultra Instinct with the original head sculpt. And the one on my left is the Master Ultra Instinct, which is the original with the toyotarou head sculpt. This one is just laying, guys, because, sorry, I don't know, my camera's not focusing. But yeah, guys, this one, for the new one with the old head sculpt, is just laying on flat. You'd have to put sticky tack or just have it laying like this. It does not fit. Actually, let me backtrack. It does fit, but I think the peg will stretch the hole. So look, I'm gonna go ahead and do it real quick for you guys so you can see. So there you go, it does click, but the neck sits very, very top. So he does have a long neck, but look, you can see there's restriction before I pop it off. So yeah, just be wary of that if you want to do that. You know, I have poses with this head sculpt. Just make sure the neck is not showing, the large neck, and be wary that the hole will get stretched on the original. So yeah. And then as for the original with the new one, it doesn't really, it can click in, but that's pretty much it. It just lays on it. It's a very slight restriction compared to that one. You can see right there. So that's pretty much it. I mean, if you want to have this like this, there you go. Skin tone matches fairly well. as does the other one. So yeah, that's just something to be aware about, guys. Another thing to mention, guys, the faceplates cannot swap amongst each other on the new head sculpts. You can see right there, they're both different sculpts. So like for example, you can see this one right here, which is the new Toyotaro. It's a little stretched out, so if I try to peg it in, he sticks out a lot. And then if I just go ahead and put the bang piece, it can't, because the face is too stretched out from the front. And then for the new one, it's the same thing, but this one will not click in because of the sculpt right here. So yeah, just something to know. They do not work. Alright guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. This was a comparison from the original Mastered Ultra Instinct to the new Mastered Ultra Instinct, the Toyotaro version. You can see in the video all the differences. So the main thing was the shading on the new one, different head sculpt, and then obviously the faceplates are insanely updated. As for the articulation, the new one as well has smoother articulation around the torso and on the legs. This is my personal opinion from using both. And then for the accessories, the original has the Kamehameha effect, which the new one does not. And then the new one has another head sculpt, extra faceplate, and the book. So those are all the differences amongst both figures. At the end of the day, guys, it's whatever you want, whichever one you can afford. But unless it's going down right now, Mastered Ultra Instinct still going for $100+, unless you can find them for cheaper. But yeah, guys, when I first got Mastered Ultra Instinct, I got them for like $60 retail, and I was gonna get a second one later, and it ended up skyrocketing to $100+. So that's crazy to me. So this one on my right, I paid more or less the same thing of $100-something from Figuarts. So like I said, at the end of the day, it's whichever one you want, whichever one you can afford. You can wait on the reissue for the original. They are reissuing. I don't know when the release date is. And then the new one is still in stock at Figuarts if you want to pick that one up. But yeah, guys, I hope this video helped to choose which one you'd prefer, or if you like both, if you want to have both. But yeah, the difference in the accessories, the paint, the look, and the articulation. So yeah, guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe so I can do this more in the future, and I really hope you guys have a great day. Take care, guys.